Are you ready? I'm ready. Welcome and thanks for watching this 5th episode already. This week we will be covering a lot of interesting topics from sustainability through media and winter sports. So basically the usual. Okay. Lonely Planet reports about a very interesting prize. It's the Earthshot Prize. You might not have heard of it, but it's the name of the biggest environmental prize in the world. This is about to be launched by Sir David Attenborough and Prince William. They hope it will become the Nobel Prize for Environmentalism. The aim of the prize is to incentivize change and help repair the Earth over the coming decade, awarding a total of £50 million to the most innovative solutions that get submitted. We will link the article and video down below. Please watch it. It's an interesting article and it's an interesting video, and it's really important for the world. Like, it's not even a joke. Talking about an environmental celebrity, we are now going to another celebrity. Ewan McGregor, the actor, is well known for his roles in several highly acclaimed cult movies and of course Star Wars, with his most famous role being that of Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. And he is going on another motorcycle road trip. He's well known for his love of motorcycles and has done several trips around the world on one, but this time it's a little different. He and his friend and actor Charlie Borman will be riding electric bikes. The series will be filmed and is called The Long Way Up and is produced by Apple. So if you're interested in this road trip, it will be on Apple in the near future. Traveling, in my opinion, is always about the journey and not so much about the destination, because along the way there are landmarks, some small, some well known. Lonely Planet reports that Google has made it a lot easier to find them using Google Maps' updated Live View option, which allows the use of augmented reality to find locations and people more easily. The overlays show markers and locations with pop-ups to guide you to what you're looking for. Maybe Ewan McGregor has some use for it while he's on those electric motorcycles. How will that work? What's their range? Traveling, even for the best of us, can be a daunting affair. But there are groups among us for whom it's even more difficult. Lonely Planet has an amazing article up about Spin the Globe, a platform for accessible travel, powered by Sylvia Longmire, an accessible travel expert. Sylvia, a wheelchair-using traveler, runs the platform to help people with disabilities make their traveling easier. She also has a growing TikTok following with very funny videos on the topic of being in a wheelchair, especially focused on answering questions people are too awkward to ask, and to fix some very common misconceptions. So if you would like to read more about this topic, the article and the platform will be linked down below, as well as her TikTok. We'll probably do her TikTok because those videos are actually really funny. Apparently Amazon river cruises are a thing. Who knew? Because of the pandemic, people have been shying away from mass travel and the well-trodden path. They are looking for more luxurious and more intimate travel options. Because of this trend, the river cruise industry has been gaining in popularity. And in particular, Travel Daily News reports the Amazon River Cruise. For there has been an increase in private cruises up the river to provide a more intimate and authentic experience deep within the rainforest. That sounds really pretentious. Wow, a private cruise for a more intimate, that's so pretentious. Wow, okay. That actually shocks me the more I read that. Wow. Wow. With apparently the pretentious growth of private river cruises for a more intimate and authentic experience, we have an article here about what to expect from the Future Hospitality Summit. The Future Hospitality Summit is virtual live around the world on 26th and 27th. It brings people in from the G20 to discuss hospitality and tourism for the future, with the main focus points being how to build an effective hospitality industry that is relevant post-pandemic, obviously, attractive to tomorrow's international traveler and consumer. So I suspect there is a lot of sustainability talk in there. supportive of entrepreneurs and innovation, because if you want to do something sustainable, there's got to be some major innovation. Sustainable for the global economy and environment. Well, that's obvious about sustainability again. And attractive to tomorrow's workforce. Because of the pandemic, a lot of people are losing their jobs, so that is also an obvious topic. Good for them. If there comes any interesting news out of that, we'll probably be reporting about that in the near future. From one future to the next, Travel Daily News has an article stating that the future of travel lies with deep learning. More and more the travel industry relies heavily on deep learning to find ways to attract new customers. The pandemic has companies looking for not only innovative ways with travels, but also technological innovative ways to help drive business. And in this case, deep learning to make predictions on people's picking tendencies for the next trip. The article does go slightly deeper, so if you want to read up on it, you'll know where to find it, because it will be. As a winter sports enthusiast, Japan is one of my favorite countries in the world. And they have announced they are at least lifting the travel ban on 12 countries, including China. Some of the other 11 countries include Taiwan, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, South Korea, Vietnam, and Malaysia. Japan will, however, advise its population to not travel unnecessary to even those countries. So basically, you can travel, but only if need be. Makes sense, you know, it's not going well out there at the moment, guys. Well, maybe in Japan, but at least not in Europe. Shocking news, it's been reported that several beloved magazines are ceasing publication indefinitely. Due to the pandemic, or maybe in spite of the pandemic, beloved Bike Magazine, Powder Magazine, Snowboarder Magazine, and Surfer Magazine are ceasing publication. Some of these magazines have been the go-to information source for their respective sports, since a lot of older magazines have already shut down in the years. This is sad for these communities in these respective sports, really sad. But it's especially sad for Snowboarder Magazine, where Transworld and Onboard have ceased the previous years. So we can only hope that some magazine or some publisher steps in, because you just miss that feeling. There's just something missing, you know. I'll miss it. I was an avid reader of all three, and now Snowboarder's gone as well, and Powder's gone. So, well, yeah. As we earlier reported, but in previous episodes, as Newsnet reports on the prediction for winter sports industry under Corona this year. They predict that the lifts will be open, the resorts will be open, but there will probably be limited accessibility because of time slots and whatever, especially for people not carrying season passes. But I don't think the article right now is any more up to date, maybe for the US, but in Europe things are not looking so good right now. So we'll have to wait and see. But if you want to read the article, you know where to find it. Next week, I think it is. But yeah, next week the World Cup is set to start. The Ski World Cup is set to start next week in Sölden, Austria. And in very sad news, Olympic gold medalist Michaela Schifrin will not be competing due to a back injury. The 25-year-old, also three-time World Cup champion overall, reports she tweaked her back last week and needs to sit out at the start of the season. We hope her a speedy recovery, and we'll hope to see her in action the rest of the season. Well, this is it for this week. I hope you like these topics, and if you like them, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week again with another Wednesday Stories. See ya.